There is this one thing that nobody is telling you about vision boards. And yet, twice last year's 2025 and 2024, I've made 80. Last year, I would say even 95% of my vision boards that became my realities. And tons of things there seemed completely and absolutely unrealistic. But today, I will guide you not only how to make your perfect vision board and make it come true, but also what is this one secret thing that nobody is telling you about if it comes to vision boards. And this one thing might keep you away from your actual dream life. Hello, it is Marta. It is your confidence coach. Welcome back, you guys, to my podcast. And this episode is again all about building your dream life, as I already said. So let's dive into it because you guys, I don't know, it's absolutely crazy because last 2 years I've been creating those vision boards with all of those big goals that seemed completely unrealistic. I had no clue. I had no idea how I gonna make them true. For most of them, I even remember for Q1 of 2025, it was about like February, March, something like that. I was even having those thoughts of like, my vision board seems so unrealistic that I literally thought about throwing it all away, deleting everything I created, and starting completely new, fresh vision board with my realistic goals. And thanks God I didn't do it because thanks to keeping my vision board, I actually made it true. I created all of this reality that I put on this vision board that did seem completely unrealistic. One of them was moving abroad and moving to my own place. It's not yet the apartment I was fully thinking about when I was moving from my family home, but definitely it was still a big step after moving back to my family country, having lived there, living alone for like already a few years. Another big thing was indeed moving abroad itself. I've done it again. I moved to Spain for now already like twice. Once, first time it was about like 4 years ago, and now she did it again. And this is the thing I realized at the beginning of this year of 2025, and I didn't put it clearly on my vision board that it is Spain. I knew it is abroad, and I put lots of travels and like airplanes and airports and things like that, so it was really connected. I had those pictures, with like big ass luggage on the airport, like moving abroad, but I didn't have it exactly clear where I wanted to go. I don't know if Spain is in general like my final destination, but it definitely was the step that I wanted to make. So you guys, first of all, whenever you are creating your vision board, you are thinking about your goals, and if you are serious about making 2020, not 2020, but 2026 your dream year, your best year yet. Literally this year that you flip the script and you fully change your reality and you discover this like your full inner power and passion for life, and you wake up every single day energized and being like, okay, I actually do live in my dream reality. I made it. I created it. If this is your goal, this episode is for you. Because you guys, it is way simple that everyone is making it. Of course, you can make lots of categories and you can make sure like your vision board put everything there, starting from your health and then like your daily routines, then your finances, career, relationships, holidays, a lifestyle, your personal style, and the way you show up every single day. And yes, I highly recommend it. But also, before we move to all of those categories, to all of those styles and routines, you need to have first thing first, which is knowing what exactly is your goal. What are you dreaming about? And those pictures on the vision board, those categories, they don't have to make sense to anyone else but you. Trust me, when I was creating my vision boards, I didn't follow all of those steps. I just focused on the most important categories for me now. Because you might feel like, okay, you're gonna put a little bit attention as well for every other sphere of your life. It's good to also not completely ignore none of them, but also you probably have certain parts of your life that you are having these goals right now about. Maybe it is as well your career. It's going full-time to your own business, it's starting your social media, or maybe you just want a new corporate job and this is something you're dreaming about. Maybe it's as well moving to abroad and taking this brave step of like buying this one-way ticket again. Whatever it is yours. And you need to be crystal clear about this goal. Because without knowing the direction, it's really hard to put your GPS and get there. And then you might not know exactly the road because your GPS gonna put you there, which we call universe, divine power, God, however you call it. But you really have to know what is it where you're heading? What is this dream scenario for your life? What is where you would love to be? And then don't overthink if it's really possible or not. Don't overthink like if this goal is too big. Because if you think your goal is too big, you're gonna subconsciously be less clear about it. It is so weird, I know, but let's say you want to have certain extremely high amount of money and you feel like it's just impossible. It's gonna be even harder for you to be specific of number, how much money exactly you wanna make, how much money you wanna make per month, per week, per overall the year, how you're doing it, what is your dream lifestyle. It's gonna be harder because you're starting from the place of like scarcity mindset and fear. You're not creating from love and abundance, which is the only way to manifest your dream reality and make your goals come true. So when you're getting clear on this goal, I need you to really stop thinking big, but without limitations, and that crystal clear, even if it seems completely unrealistic at the moment, even if it seems impossible fully. Yet, be concrete what it is. If you want to move abroad, maybe you already have this dream country. Think about it. What is this country? How do you live there? Or maybe you have two different directions and you're like, it could be this, but it could be also that. Okay, put it there. But be like, how do you feel about living there? What is in these goals? What is so specific? Why would you want to live there? Like, really be and get specific on your goal. You have to know it so perfectly. Whenever you want to explain it to someone else, it should take you like 1 second. Another thing is, I don't really recommend to sharing all of those goals, especially those big and goals that seem completely delusional and impossible, not because of necessarily their impact, because you are the only one who have power of your energy and your reality. So unless you really give power to someone else, they cannot impact your reality and your manifestation, in my personal opinion. But the reason behind not sharing your big ass goals is because you don't want people who are not where you want to be, if that's the case, tell you that it is impossible or it's gonna be really hard and you're gonna sacrifice and you're gonna suffer and you're gonna like... You don't want this energy. The only person that I would make excuse in is someone who really is there and who is successful there. You don't want a person who is there, for example, if it's a place or if it's a certain career, but this person is struggling there. Because obviously they won't motivate you. Of course they're gonna tell you all the worst things about this career or company or doing their own business or moving abroad. Because this is their reality. So it's so freaking hard if someone is struggling to tell you that it's gonna be easy and smooth for you. It is. It's just hard because even if they try to be the purest soul and not be jealous and envy, that's just something that comes from subconscious. Like, it's so hard to say that it's gonna be so easy and someone gonna win in something they failed. That's why usually when you have those really big goals and someone who tried it before or they didn't even try it before because they are so freaking scared of failure that they would never ever try, because for them it's more failure to actually give it a try than not try at all, which to me is actually the real failure. Either way, that's why those people gonna keep you away from your goals. So you don't want to share all of your goals immediately with people who are not there yet. Second thing, and this is one of the most important ones. I mean, all of the things I'm gonna share, I believe, are extremely important. But second one is actually the mindset and how you believe in it. When you have this goal, however big or small it is, because it doesn't always have to be moving abroad or changing your career completely, fully doing something, that scares shit of you. Like, I love those goals. And I think you should have at least one of those in your vision board and in your goals for 2026 in general. But also, you might have something more, to the everyday routine. Maybe you just want to go at least once or twice to your Pilates studio. Maybe you want to eat a little bit healthier, and it's not like to extreme of like never ever again drink alcohol or have anything sweet, but at least you want to have this very clean diet. You want to eat certain way. You have to have protein breakfast. This is your goal. And whenever this is your goal, big or small, The second thing after getting crystal clear is really knowing about your mindset and believing that this is possible. Because lots of things, especially when you change your habits, especially when you change your identity, because this is how you change your life. You have to let go your old self to step in your power and create this new full reality. So even if it's waking up earlier, okay, I don't want to say it's small goal, because if your goal is waking up 5 a.m. and you're really someone who identify as not early person at all, of course it won't be very easy. But it's possible. If you're gonna put the right mindset, trust me, it's gonna actually be very smooth. Because you already believe that this is possible. You already that this is your reality, and you step into this identity of a person who is already there. That's why it's so crucial to not delete your vision board as I almost did, but instead brainwash yourself for success. Brainwash yourself to the version of yourself who is already there. And think about it and believe about it, every single cell of your body. Like, this is already it. This is your reality. This is what's possible. That's why sharing with small-minded people is not the way to go, because here we only play it big. And then when you brainwash yourself fully, you can do EFT tapping, you can do your manifestations, meditations, you can do all of that the way you want it. It can be mirror work every single day. I do it every single day when I'm doing my skincare and my makeup. I would put on my favorite playlist with manifestations and affirmations, and I just gonna repeat them out loud to myself, looking into my own eyes. And there is something so extremely powerful about doing mirror work, looking into your own eyes and saying those affirmations and thinking and feeling fully like you are already living in your dream reality, because you are already this dream version of yourself. And this is how we are moving to the third one, which is taking action. And I know it sounds so obvious, but you might be, if I want a Lamborghini, I don't really know how to take action. Like, that's completely out of my reality right now, out of my scope. I don't know how to do it. But let's try and start small, step by step, okay? This is not about action necessarily, how you're gonna get this thing, because again, you maybe don't know exactly how you're gonna get it. We also have to leave space for those things in manifestation and in vision boards, because again, you need to know direction, not necessarily the way. But action is something different. Of course, it's taking action towards your goal. But what I mean as well by action is something like you need to act like a person who you want to become. So again, you need to step into this identity that you want to be, that you need to be in order to create this dream life of yours. And this is how you're gonna achieve it. This you're gonna smash all of those goals for 2026. When I was stuck at the beginning of 2025, brum, it was before. 2025 beginning, I told you I almost deleted this vision board. I felt almost depressed. I was really anxious. I felt really frustrated, lost regarding when I was living, how I was living, what a lifestyle I have, the country, the career, everything. I just felt so insecure about my goals. But yet I told myself, I'm gonna do everything as I would be doing if I would be already there. In this lifestyle I'm craving, in this dream life that I'm having actually right now. How would I act? What would be my action coming from mindset of abundance and love and endless possibilities, and universe always having my back and conspiring with me for the highest good, and divine power always protecting me and guiding to the best things, rather than from this scarcity mindset and whatever. So I started taking actions. So I started working on my mindset again, even more. This is the thing, because point two, like mindset with actions, are very similar. Because when you have the right mindset, you work on actions, but also building your mindset is by actions. It's by those affirmations, mirror work, but it's also like, if you think in your dream mansion or your own apartment or the country you want to move in, you would be working up certain hour, coming again to routines and all of those kind of goals. You need to do it right now. Like, babe, you need to do it right now. And I don't care if no one around is doing that. I don't care if you're gonna look stupid because in culture you live, going to sleep at 9 p.m. is like, why we are dinner at 10? And trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm living in Spain when people literally dinner at 10 p.m. I never ever dinner at 10 p.m. Not because I don't love Spain, I do, but because my goals are different. The way I build my life, the way I build my routine is completely different. I'm extremely productive and always inspired and take those like inspired actions in the morning. So I need to wake up early, therefore I need to go to sleep early. Otherwise, it wouldn't be possible to create my dream reality. So you need to stop being people pleaser in terms of like being link your lifestyle for everyone else and do things that work for you. Do things that are fully aligned with the lifestyle you want. So start actually taking actions that are aligned and stop taking any action that is not aligned, or maybe it's only excuse to keep you small. I promised you guys at the very beginning of this episode that I'm gonna spill a tea of something that almost nobody is telling you about. And this is actually about me making 80% of this vision board this year, not like 95 like last year. And yet I changed my life 180%. I changed the country, I changed my career, I joined Revolut, I met completely new friendships, I have different routine, mindset, everything changed. But here is the thing. I think when you put things on your vision board, you also have to have a little bit of tiny part for surprise. Maybe some of those goals you're putting there today gonna become true in 3 years time. Maybe some of the goals you are putting there today are not meant for you right now, okay? And I not mean it by putting you any kind of limiting beliefs. But I'm just saying, sometimes rejection is protection and redirection. Maybe because this year wasn't your year of, I don't know, getting certain viral content yet, or certain relationship. It's because you still need to become the version of yourself. Who is this person who goes viral? Who is this person who is having relationship? And it doesn't have to do nothing with you not being ready in a way of not going for it, or you not being worthy. Of course you're worthy. Of course there's nothing like being ready. Everything's happening and you should take actions immediately. But there is something like divine power and wisdom of universe. Like this divine intelligence of universe that knows just more than you. And sometimes things happen in timeline that for you maybe seemed like it should happen already, immediately, faster, whatever, but it didn't. And it will all make sense from the way bigger picture. And last year, 2024, I did make more of my goals from my vision board. And I can tell you one thing. I wouldn't trade places in a way of like, I'm happy I did 80% this year, not 95. You know why? Because I pushed so hard for certain pictures, literally pictures from my vision board. I was so obsessed with them. I literally made certain pictures from Positano, my reality. I won't share the private one. But the point is, it wasn't what I wanted. I made this picture my reality and I was literally crying in this situation. I was with someone who was manipulative, who wasn't making me happy, but yet I was having so much pressure of making this picture from vision board come true. Sometimes God and universe and this divine power just have in store things even better for you, even better that you could have ever imagined. So just keep this little bit of space. I don't say like physically space, like you can make your vision board full with those beautiful pictures and manifestation. But in your mindset, in your heart, keep a little bit tiny piece of space for what if universe can surprise you with something even more beautiful, with something even greater that you could have ever imagined. Just because that your certain goal didn't come true in 2025 or maybe even not yet in 2024 and you're still waiting and you're like, I need to make 2026 my best year yet by making every single smashing goal of mine. No, you can make 2026 the best year of your life, but simply being reconnected with yourself, being aligned with your values, taking inspired actions, taking actions aligned with you, listening to your gut feeling every single time before making certain decision and action, not by seeing what's on your vision board and what you have to show on your IG that you made it through. This is what success is about. This is what making your dream reality is about. It is about making reality this aligned with you. It is living the life that you want, that you can't wake up for. Not only the life that you see on Pinterest, but a life that is in peace with you. And trust me, universe always has your back. And things gonna always work out even better than you could ever imagine. I'm so excited for you guys. I can feel it that 2026 will be the best year yet for all of us. And you just need to have this belief that sometimes universe have even better paths of making it true. You guys make sure to follow for more my IG and TikTok, which is Hello, it is Marta for daily talks. And I see you in the next one next week. Bye!